Buried beneath sand, stone, and centuries of time, humanity has left behind treasures. Objects that once lost changed our understanding of civilization the moment they were unearthed. Today, we explore the ancient artifacts that changed history. From deciphering lost languages to rewriting religious and political narratives, these relics have shaped the way we see the past and ourselves. Discovered in 1799 by French soldiers during Napoleon's Egyptian campaign, the Rosetta Stone unlocked the secrets of ancient Egypt. Inscribed in 3 scripts, Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphic, it became the key to understanding a language lost for over 100 to 400 years. With it, scholars like Jean-François Champollion deciphered hieroglyphs, opening a floodgate of knowledge about Egyptian history, culture, and religion. The Rosetta Stone didn't just translate language. It translated an entire civilization to the modern world. The discovery of the Rosetta Stone in 1799 was to provide the key to the final unlocking of the mystery. The stone was inscribed with 3 different scripts: hieroglyphic, Demotic, and Greek. Based on the stone's own declaration in the Greek portion that the text was identical in all 3 cases, several significant advances were made in translation. A.I. Sylvestre de Sacy, a French scholar, and J.D. Åkerblad, a Swedish diplomat, succeeded in identifying a number of proper names in the Demotic text. Åkerblad also correctly assigned phonetic values to a few of the signs. An Englishman, Thomas Young, correctly identified 5 of the hieroglyphics. The full deciphering of the stone was accomplished by another Frenchman, Jean-François Champollion. He brought to the stone a natural facility for languages, having, by age 16, become proficient in 6 ancient Oriental languages as well as Greek and Latin. By comparison of one sign with another, he was able to determine the phonetic values of the hieroglyphics. Later studies simply confirmed and refined Champollion's work. In the late 1940s, a young Bedouin shepherd stumbled into a cave near the Dead Sea and found ancient scrolls hidden in jars. These would become the Dead Sea Scrolls, dating back over 2,000 years. Containing portions of the Hebrew Bible and other religious texts, the scrolls reshaped biblical scholarship and offered rare insight into Second Temple Judaism. They provided a window into a religious and cultural world long thought lost. Dead Sea Scrolls, ancient, mostly Hebrew manuscripts of leather, papyrus, and copper, first found in 1947 on the northwestern shore of the Dead Sea. Discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls is among the more important finds in the history of modern archaeology. Study of the scrolls has enabled scholars to push back the date of a stabilized Hebrew Bible to no later than 70 CE to help reconstruct the history of Palestine from the 4th century BCE to 135 CE, and to cast new light on the emergence of Christianity and of Rabbinic Judaism and on the relationship between early Christian and Jewish religious traditions. The Dead Sea Scrolls also testify to a period of theological creativity, of social fissure, of intense expectation and passion within the wider perspective of Judaism and Christianity. The scrolls' occasional contradictions betray tensions between the goals of personal holiness and national redemption, between human and heavenly redeemers, between faith and knowledge as the means of salvation, between free will and predestination, and between an anthropology of human holiness and an anthropology of human depravity. They also exhibit typical features of a sectarian mentality, traces of a persecution complex, and a corporate identity fortified by official opposition. In this ferment can be seen with hindsight the matrix of the 2 great systems of Rabbinic Judaism and Christianity, which, though each took centuries to form, drew in different ways on the heritage that the Dead Sea Scrolls dramatically document. In 1974, farmers digging a well in China unearthed fragments of clay figures. They had unknowingly found the Terracotta Army, an underground mausoleum built to guard the tomb of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of unified China. It remains one of the most extraordinary demonstrations of funerary art and centralized power in human history. Those harsh methods, combined with the huge tax levies needed to pay for the construction projects and wars, took their toll, and rebellion erupted after Shi Huangdi's death in 210 BCE. In 207, the dynasty was overthrown and, after a short transitional period, was replaced by the Han dynasty. The Qin dynasty left two architectural monuments of massive proportions. One, the Great Wall of China, which actually connected sections of a number of existing short walls, and the other, a great palace for the first emperor, which contained a hall of state some 500 feet, 450 meters square. Its most important artistic contribution may have been the simplification and standardization of the emerging written Chinese language. Little survives of Qin painting, but it generally emulated what was being produced late in the Zhou period, 1046 to 256 BCE. Silhouettes drawn on funerary slabs depict feasts and beasts, mythical and actual, and historic scenes. The Qin tomb near present-day Xi'an in Shaanxi province, the burial place of Shi Huangdi with an army of some 8,000 life-size terracotta soldiers and horses, was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987. The Qin did not last long enough to stamp out literature and learning effectively, and much of the rich legacy of the ancient Shang dynasty managed to survive into the successor Han, under which the arts thrived greatly. The site includes over 8,000 soldiers, each with unique features, as well as horses and chariots. It revealed the scale of imperial ambition and the artistry of the Qin dynasty. Found on the island of Crete in 1908, the Phaistos Disc is a fired clay object inscribed with mysterious symbols arranged in a spiral. No known language matches the disc's markings, and its meaning remains a mystery. Believed to date back to the Minoan civilization, the disc could be a hymn, a legal decree, or something else entirely. Its unique script still puzzles linguists and cryptographers worldwide. The 45 different symbols represented on the disc seem to have been individually stamped, although some symbols of the same type seem to have been made with different stamps, and the disc then fired. Also, some symbols show evidence of having been erased and restamped either with the same symbol or a different one. Unfortunately, no stamps have as yet been found, but their use in the manufacture of the disc would suggest other discs were intended to be made. In present-day India, the Lothal site of the Indus Valley civilization revealed a sophisticated dockyard and hundreds of carved seals. These seals, marked with animals and script, were used for trade documentation. The discovery proved that the Indus people engaged in maritime trade as early as 2400 BCE, possibly with Mesopotamia and Egypt. The dock's design shows an understanding of tides and hydraulic engineering far ahead of its time. These artifacts are more than relics, they're revelations. Each one tells a story that rewrites what we thought we knew about our past. Which artifact amazed you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to explore more stories carved in stone or hidden in scrolls, subscribe and ring the bell. Thanks for watching, and keep digging for knowledge.